Hi, Vijay Mistry here. In this video, I want to share with you the 5 executive coaching questions leading to excellence. My core purpose is to see you become a world-class leader, entrepreneur, director, executive, and manager. That is my core purpose. And in doing so, these 5 executive questions, in my opinion, are game-changing. It can shift everything for you. It can help you to progress exponentially. So let's go straight into what these 5 executive coaching questions are. First and foremost, what's your roadmap? Again, this is a common question, sounds very simple and basic, yet executives don't pay attention to this particular question. So my question to you is, what is your roadmap? Do you have a condensed statement of where you want to arrive at? In other words, what is that specific point of destination with clarity, articulated properly? That is very important. Define where you want to go, where you want to be. Everybody's got a to-do list. I want you to come up with a to-be list. So this is very powerful and very important, because that is where the impact lies. That is where the leverage lies. This is very important. The second point, do you have a navigational path to reach that destination which you have set for yourself? Now, let me give you an example here, and I'll give you my example, that my core purpose is to see entrepreneurs, leaders, directors, executives, and managers achieve standards of excellence in everything they do. In order for them to achieve those standards of excellence, I conduct seminars, speak in conferences, conduct workshops, corporate coaching sessions, non-executive director services, as well as videos like these, so that you can benefit out of this. So I already have that navigational path of how you can achieve excellence in everything you do. So what is your particular conduit of reaching that destination? That is very powerful. Work on it and see the impact it's going to make in your life. Let's move forward to the second question, which is, are you on track? Again, you may not have that specific point of destination right now defined, but here's my question. You might have a mental picture as to your progression path. So my question to you is, have you reached the expectations you might have set for yourself, or is there something missing? Very important to identify if there are any points or any leakages that you need to work upon. So that realization is very key and crucial. So again, ask this question, are you on track? Here's a guideline for you to consider. Spend at least 2 or 3 hours every 6 weeks on these particular questions, because what I believe is, it's an investment in your particular growth journey, in your trajectory of growth. So work on this and see the impact it's going to make. Let's move to the third question, which is equally important, and that is, what do you need to eliminate? Now, you and I have 24 hours a day, and at the end of the day, there's only this much we can handle in our plate. What is it that you can eliminate so that you can focus more on what is going to work for you? That is what you really need to work on. What are those tasks which you need to remove from your plate? For example, you might be interacting and engaging in meetings and spending more time in meetings rather than using your time or deconstructing your whole mechanism to spend productive time in a meeting. A meeting could last, say, an hour, and if you work on the core triggers of growth, it may mean that you might save 20 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever it is in your particular environment and setup. So this is very important, is find out what you can eliminate from your plate so that you can release more time and work on the core activities. That is very powerful. That is where the leverage lies. So here's my challenge to you. Work out at least 2 or 3 specific activities which you are doing, which you can eliminate from your plate and outsource, or you can delegate it to your subordinates or your other staff. So work towards that particular level. because it's going to drive growth. Let me move to the fourth question, which is equally important. What's going well? So my question to you is, where is that strength? What is that strength that you are contributing to the growth of your organization? Whether you're in marketing, finance, operations, or you are a CEO or managing director, there are certain core elements where your strength contributes to the growth of your organization. So identify what those strengths are. And here's the thing, use that 80-20 principle, where 20% produces 80% of the results. Work on the core elements and focus on those core elements so that you can expound on that 20%. And you will see that the growth can be even in multiples of twofold, fourfold, fivefold if you work those core leverage drivers. This is so powerful, so important, and the bench strength that you're going to have is just going to escalate you. And here's another suggestion I can share with you, is that work with your team on these questions as well, because this is going to elevate not only you, but it's going to elevate the whole bench strength in your organization. It's going to drive you to another level altogether. And the final question, which is very important, is what changes do you need to make? Back to your roadmap. Identify the 4 or 5 key changes you need to make in order for you to be back on track to arrive at the destination that you want for yourself. That is very powerful. And in order to do that, what do you really need to do? You need to have that mental discipline. You need to make sure that you execute properly. You need to make sure that behaviors and habits are shifted and changed towards focus-driven, growth-driven activities for you to accelerate further. So that is very powerful and very important, because it's going to change everything for you. And I urge you that have somebody who's going to hold you accountable. This is where people become complacent because they don't have an accountability partner. Have somebody to coach you, to make sure that you reach these particular bite-sized milestones that you've set for yourself, and have those measures in place. Have a dashboard, if you can, in place, because I believe all this is like an investment. Go through these questions every 6 weeks. Work with your team. See the life-changing impact it's going to make in your growth journey. My dear friends, I hope you found this video on 5 executive coaching questions leading to excellence insightful. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, where I'll share with you more growth-driven insights for you to scale up your organization as well as become a world-class leader, entrepreneur, director, executive, and manager. Thank you very much. Bye for now.